Welcome at It's Never Too Far Away. In this video I'm flying Turkish Airlines. First flight Cape Town, Istanbul, and the second flight is the connection from Istanbul to Sao Paulo. First of all, who are Turkish Airlines? One pretty cool fact is that this airline can claim the top spot when it comes to most international destinations served. Turkish is based in Istanbul, where just recently a brand new mega airport has been opened. The flag carrier of Turkey is of course the most dominant airline there. As per the Air Fleet's database, in September 2024, there were 195 narrow bodies and 146 wide bodies active in the fleet. Boeing 787-9 and 777-300ER, Airbus A350-900 and Airbus A330-200 and 300 are the wide bodies. Boeing 737 Next Gen and MAX, as well as Airbus A321, 20 and 19 and 321 Neo are the narrow bodies. When it comes to destinations, I'm scrolling here through the list of countries served around the world. So, I was joining Turkish in Cape Town without baggage, so simply checking in online should have saved me to queue and to wait at the desk. That did not work out, because online the boarding pass could not be downloaded. There were IPAS security questions that needed to be answered, and I did not know how to. And there was something about EU residence or visa requirements for Brazil that left me simply puzzled, and that made no sense. The plane operating my flight to Istanbul was an Airbus A350-900, and it is one of a few which had actually been produced for Aeroflot Russian Airlines, but which ended up joining Turkish instead. Due to that, the cabin is actually an Aeroflot product. Especially in business class, that makes a huge difference. With their sliding doors, the seats offer one of the highest level of privacy available in the market. The back has a few rows of premium economy, which Turkish normally don't offer. Time to step on board. At the door, the welcome was nice, and the right way to my seat was politely indicated. To get everybody seated and all bags stowed, the crew had to interact with several passengers, which was done with patience and a smile. The latest design of seats nowadays looks pretty thin. A pillow plus sealed blankets and headphones were provided. The entertainment screens were really quite large and with power plugs. Under the seat, another power plug. The all-important legroom, really totally fine. Just minutes before takeoff, it was only my screen that malfunctioned. On A350s, cool outside camera views are available. Without my own screen working, I could not film takeoff. So until now the crew was really good, and they also helped to reboot my screen. A while into the flight, menu cards were handed out, together with a fridge magnet advertising the partnership between Turkish and UEFA. A menu card is always nice to have, but nowadays quite uncommon in many economy class products. Something else nowadays also really rare in economy class are amenity kits. On this flight, amenity kits were handed out, and they included a pretty complete selection of items. Toothbrush and toothpaste, eye mask, vegan lip balm, ear plugs, a pair of socks, and a pair of slippers. A bit into the flight, meal service started. The crew delivering it was really friendly. The garden salad came with olive oil and lemon sauce as dressing. Hummus was very nicely creamy and refreshing. The bread roll came with butter. Main course, fish, mashed potatoes and vegetables came with salt and pepper. Very good quality and taste. Dessert was chocolate cake with a layer of mousse au chocolat on top. In total, the meal was absolutely enjoyable, of good quality and complete with various items and the small extras which I am missing at so many other airlines. Of course, a drink was served along. After the trays were cleared away, coffee or tea finished off the meal service. Next, trash was collected and a small bottle of water was handed out. A very nice item to have for later during the flight. This was a night flight and not much later lights were dimmed. It is of course pretty common to sit in a darkened cabin for most hours of such a flight. That's the moment to check out the entertainment system. In this case, I must say, thanks to Aeroflot, Turkish once more had a really solid product to offer. Very easy use of the touchscreen and loads of choices such as movies, TV shows, even live channels, music, games. Take a look. Even a brief overlook takes some time, and that's because there's so much in the system. Very, very good product. Another thing to mention, the toilets. I went to a toilet in the back which was bigger than in Ethiopian Airlines on the same aircraft type. It was very clean and stocked with eau de cologne and moisturizing cream besides the usual soap. Both toilets in the back were actually serviced shortly after I was there. The flight made its progress, and 1 hour 15 minutes before landing, breakfast was served. Some chilled cut fruits, a bread loaf with butter and 2 slices of cheese, and each 1 slice of cucumber and a cherry tomato or marmalade. The scrambled eggs were a bit dry, with mushrooms, hot tomato and potato blocks, plus salt and pepper. 1 drink, plus coffee or tea. In total, a very good and complete second meal, served by a still very friendly crew member. To reflect on this flight, I can only say very positive things. Meals complete and good quality. Toilet cleaned and with some extra items. In-flight entertainment system really good. Crew friendliness high. Now all that combined is really on the very high end of what we are asking for, right? When exiting the plane, the next wow effect is awaiting. Istanbul airport is brand new and the terminal is simply gigantic and cool. This also means, of course, distances between gates can be quite long. Arriving passengers have to follow a corridor to passport control and exit or transfer, where a security check needs to be completed. There are huge numbers of people transiting here, and there are huge numbers of security check lanes, so in the end the process does not take very long. Look at the crowds that have just completed the check and are now moving 1 floor higher to departures level. Really masses moving through. The airport is massive, but so is Turkish Airlines' flight program. At peak time, certain areas can become quite crowded. When you're transiting here, don't get too overwhelmed. The signs are pretty well organized. This video is about the flight experience on Turkish Airlines. The airport of Istanbul will get its own video on this channel. Turkish Airlines also have a much praised lounge at this airport. We continue at the gate of my next flight, where the departure screen is telling destination Sao Paulo. Had I flown in business class, this would have been double luck. The aircraft is once again an Airbus A350-900, and again it is a sister ship of the other plane, an example actually produced for Aeroflot Russian Airlines. For my video, this means I'm presenting 2 identical aircraft interiors, but not the product actually designed for Turkish Airlines. The boarding process at the gate was terrible. Announcements were impossible to hear, even standing right in front. When it was my turn to show the boarding pass, there was no look at me, no have a good flight, nothing. Also in Istanbul, there's no pre-boarding for upper-class passengers. At the aircraft door, the crew was really harsh and made an unfriendly face. Passing through the cabin, I did receive a very warm welcome. As expected, the seat was absolutely identical to the previous flight. Only this time the screen was working and I could film the cool camera views. Soon after takeoff, it was clear that this time the crew working in my section was unmotivated and far less great than what I experienced on the flight before. Menu card, UEFA fridge magnet, and amenity kit were once again handed out. It was not yet noon in Istanbul, but already now crew asked for all window blinds to be lowered. Mood lighting was put to use, which I always like. The IFE was of course also again identical, but the live TV did not have any programs. Meal service. It was again absolutely fine. Some garden salad with dressing. Turkish cream with red pepper and pepperoni. Main course, 2 pieces of minced meat with rice, red pepper and zucchini. All of it very good quality and taste. Dessert, a nice mousse au chocolat. After some time the lights were turned off. I wanted to watch a movie. My earphones only worked on one side though. Of course it's possible to ask the crew for a new one. When I tried to get out from the movie, the screen asked, "Do you want to exit?" But pushing yes was useless and the screen froze right there. Fast forward, 2 hours 15 before arrival, the second meal was delivered. The salad was chicken breast with coleslaw. Wow, I like that. A small packaged water and a warm bread roll came to eat together with the butter. Also, a regular drink was served. Main dish was lasagne, as the only choice, with salt and pepper. The portion was good, the taste a bit less good this time. Dessert, a very soft vanilla cake with cherry sauce on top. Very delicious. Overall, again, a very satisfying meal. The crew had also become a bit warmer compared to how they had started, so that was appreciated. The resume after these 2 long flights is clear. Turkish Airlines delivered a very solid product. On previous flights that I took on Turkish together with my family, I can also tell they're handing out stuff to kids, which they appreciated a lot. However, on the A330s and especially the 777s, do not expect the IFE system to be as good as it was here. That concludes my cool trip from Cape Town to Sao Paulo via Istanbul. My next flight, LATAM Chile to Santiago de Chile. At this point, as always, I want to thank you very much for watching. And don't forget, it's never too far away.